What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Season 6, the final season of the Sopranos, man. Hopefully you guys are ready for this season. As I've said before, and I will say it again, for all you early access people out there that is probably already watching these episodes, just remember, if you don't see the entire season out, that's because I'm releasing the episodes in 7-episode batches, because I know I'm not gonna get all 21 of these episodes done in one weekend. No, I was doing 13 and it was crazy me doing all 13 episodes, in one weekend. It was crazy, and also getting all of them edited in all one weekend. So it was crazy. So I decided to kind of slow things down a bit. I know it's the final season. I know that you guys will wait to see these episodes, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, so 7 episodes one week, then next week we'll have another 7, and then the final 7 the week after that. So last episode was crazy. Episode 1 of season 6 was a banger. Tony is in trouble. Tony is in trouble. I don't know. It's the beginning of the season. I don't expect them to kill off the main character the first episode of the season. Who's gonna carry the season? I've always said stuff like this. A lot of times there was, in the first season, we all know that Tony was the main character, overall. But at the same time, if he had died in season 1, that would have threw me for a loop, no doubt about it. But it would have been acceptable. Here in season 6, when you've established this character as the main, you can't kill him in the first episode of the final season. You're trying to tell us not to watch the rest of the season. You wouldn't do that. So I have no doubt that Tony is going to survive this. I don't know how it's going to affect him going forward, because being shot, you're going to be bedridden for a while. So I don't know how he's planning to run the organization from the hospital or from home bedridden. They've done it before, so I guess he's gonna have to maybe put a temporary boss in place, maybe. I don't know, but we'll see how things go. But in any case, guys, let's jump into it, and I will see you guys at the end for the review.
Hi, you reached the Sopranos. Leave a message. Bye. Stop picking your nose.
I'm here. Call me. Love you. Is this another one of his lucid dreams or whatever? Because he did pass out.
Good morning. Anthony Soprano.
Yep. See some photo ID, please.
What the hell?
Who's Kevin Finnerty?
This is my wallet. Oh, no. And this isn't my briefcase. Last night, I was at a bar across the street from my hotel. I must have picked up the wrong stuff. What? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm here, so I'll try to call the bar, but could you let me in? So I don't miss the morning session?
Gosh, I really can't.
Look, I just flew in from New Jersey, and Colonel Colonna, he speaks at 10:30.
I can't let you in without photo ID, sir. Security.
I'm on the list.
Sorry. It's a whole new world.
Got a big $87 in cash to my name.
So his briefcase is a Bally too?
No. I didn't look at the brand name when I picked it up. It just looked like mine, that's all.
I gave you that briefcase for Christmas, Tom.
I know, honey. I know. His license has a Kingman, Arizona address, and no phone is listed.
What's in the briefcase? Did you look?
Yeah, of course I looked. There's a bunch of brochures for solar heating systems. No company name.
He'll get in touch.
That was a great lecture. We're going to be going into much greater.
Oh, look at this now. Look.
What?
Nothing.
Try not to worry, Tom.
My whole life's in that case.
Welcome to the Radisson.
How you doing? I checked out a couple hours ago, but I'm gonna need the room back. Soprano.
I am sorry, but we're completely booked.
You kidding?
I'm afraid not. There's 6 conventions in town. You might try the Omni.
Trouble is I lost my wallet, so how the hell am I gonna check in there without a credit card?
Well, you face the same problem here.
Yeah, but I stayed here as a guest just last night.
You couldn't sign on that bill. You already closed it out.
Thanks for being so helpful. You don't happen to remember who was sitting next to me?
You know, there was a guy. He was about your height. You know, the reason I remember is he'd had that grouper sand too, and I was afraid we'd mess the orders up. I think he left before you.
And he never came back? You know the name Kevin Finnerty?
He drives a Lexus.
You know him?
It's a joke. Infinity Lexus.
Imagine you could use one on the house.
Yeah. You said a mouthful. Scotch, rocks.
All right. Glenn, live it okay?
Oh, yeah, better than okay. Well, might as well hang out here in case he shows or calls. You realize I can't even get on a plane without a picture ID?
God, that's right.
Well, tell me about Costa Mesa. Nice place to live?
Around here, it's dead.
Bag a sandwich. Come eat with us. A few of us again the table. Dude lost his wallet and briefcase.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. Thanks anyway.
Come on. That tool who took your stuff shows up, we'll all pound his ass.
Okay. Thanks.
U.S. drill bit. Aerospace and industrial equipment. We just sold our gear and coupling unit to Wheel Liberator to focus on pumps and compressors.
Interesting.
Tony, you never did tell us how you made the jump from selling patio furniture to precision optics.
Well, like my wife says, that's a good question. Excuse me for 1 minute. Where'd Jeff and Kansas go?
To bed. And they sucker punched you, buddy. They paid the check.
You guys all had a hand in this, didn't you?
Listen, we're just impressed to be in the presence of a man whose sales team snatched the brass ring 12 consecutive quarters.
I mean, it's not such a big deal. It's always a faster gun. I'm 46 years old. I mean, who am I? Where am I going?
Join the club.
Okay.
This isn't gonna happen.
What are you talking about?
I saw your face when you got off the phone with your wife.
So?
Don't sweat it. It's sweet, actually. But you talk about them back there a lot.
I could even be some other guy tonight. Get away with the whole shebang, but no. I blow it.
They're looking for a perp!
His eyes are open. 2, 3.
Stuck in the van. Give me the light.
I'll get to the strength.
4 milligrams out of van.
He was just lying there peacefully, just like he has been, and then he's still buttering.
Room 3. The gunshot.
You pulled his tubes out.
I'm going to retube him. Accommodate in socks in an airway box. Take the family out.
Give us room to move. Please wait
Where's
outside.
the other man, please?
I got it.
Tony, Dad?
Mr. Soprano.
Tony. What, honey?
What? Where am I going?
We're right here with you. Tony, who am I? Who am I?
Get ready to retube him. Sir, can you hear me?
Where am I? Where am I going?
Tony.
All right, I'm going to have to insist that you guys leave. Getting this breathing tube back in is something you're not going to want to see.
What's going on?
You were just getting back?
Matt's car wouldn't start.
Well, did you eat at least?
Yeah.
Dad's not so good right now. They made us leave.
Got him back on the ventilator.
Wants to be good to his family.
Bullet didn't just tear
Guess if he
pancreas,
survives,
it
they
impacted
can
the gallbladder. Sepsis is the big problem.
get
Infection in
some
the blood. I've got him sedated and restrained so he can't pull his breathing tubes out.
some
what?
clout.
As we discussed before, we're probably not looking at a very good outcome here.
Well, should we call Dr. Plepler?
I'll let him know. And Tashlin too, he'll stop by.
Does he know that he's dying?
We don't know.
Welcome to the Omni. How may I help you?
Name is Finnerty. I called to reserve the room.
Yes, Mr. Finnerty. We have you down for a single room for the night. Did you wish to keep that on the visa?
Yeah.
I'll need to take an imprint to cover incidentals.
Sure.
Room 728. Elevators are on your left. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
We thought we heard that man say your name. How fortuitous we should meet up with you again.
You know him. This is important.
Months you have ignored our letters and phone calls. Well, we are now filing suit against you.
Okay, back up. Okay, I'm not Kevin Finnerty. I have his wallet by mistake, and I guess I look a little like him. So he is from around here.
We had a horrible winter at the monastery because of your heating system.
I'm not Kevin Finnerty.
Lose your arrogance.
Son of a bitch!
Hey, come on, guys. See, he hit me.
Don't let he hit me!
You okay?
Don't let him go!
Just trying to block your fall.
Did you see that? Why would I be joking? He slapped me in the mouth.
What?
With somebody else's credit card?
You could have explained that.
Just the way how he said that just now. Just the way how he said that. I'm trying to keep my energy up because I've been reacting all day, guys. Listen. Listen. The way how he just said, he slapped me in the face. That hit came out of nowhere, bruh. My God. I'm gonna actually...
Ned, honey.
She actually looks really good without makeup.
The same.
I like the natural look on her.
But another night has passed and he is still with us.
He's not the same. His fever dropped to 39.1. That's 102 point something.
Oh, Dr. Plepler, good morning.
Here we had a rumpus last night, huh?
Oh, God, it was awful.
How long since he left my OR?
His amylase is 41.
Hematocrit still okay?
Yep.
Good.
Hi. How's my big brother doing today?
Jesus, he got a hole in his chest. Jesus Christ. Ah! Why they gotta show that?
Everything's okay here.
Well, you mean just the surgery, per se?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about the sepsis?
Yeah, well, that's the concern. What did Tashlin say this morning?
Dr. Tashlin never came in here this morning.
Well, no matter. I'll be talking to him. Go ahead and change the dressing, huh?
Does this mean the chances could be worse that my husband could not come out of this coma?
Actually, now we've induced coma. He's snowed with Ativan.
What? Why?
Control the seizures while we try to knock down the fever with antibiotics.
Well, it says his temperature's down some.
But the problem here is not only are we looking at the obvious negative outcome, but in these cases, we also contemplate degrees of brain damage in the event he does survive.
Well, this doctor is cold as hell.
What antibiotic is he on?
Zosyn.
Sorry, doctor. She volunteered in an ICU this summer. Columbia Press in New York. She's thinking about a career in medicine.
Ah, good.
Or law, I don't know.
Good morning, Doctor. I'm the sister we met yesterday.
Look, you're all doing the right thing. Staying with him, keeping contact, but talk to him also. Keep him engaged. You might want to play some of his favorite music. You know, fortunately for him, he is at a level 1 trauma center. Oh, with his injuries, believe me, he would have been dead 12 hours ago.
Okay, I see. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Wow, this doctor.
I'm sorry she volunteered in an ICU. You treat these guys like rock stars.
He's the doctor, Meadow.
Well, why bring up brain damage now? We'll cross that bridge if we have to.
I came by to help, guys. Anything. I left Nika with Bobby's mother, though. You both should get some rest.
Come on in and see him. Your sister's here, too.
Why is Meadow always so combative? That's what I was asking. Why are you always so combative about stuff? I get it, you're worried about your...
Oh, my God.
Janice!
Oh, my God.
You know, Janice, you know.
I don't even know. Cover the hole up. I can't do it.
It's my brother.
What are the...
Well, now you got $2 million. You can do whatever you want.
Beefs, I'm the one you come to. Likewise, weekly, I'll collect for the skip. I'll keep it for him until he's back on his feet. Taking out a portion for Carmela, run the house, and that shit there.
Good.
Absolutely. Anybody got any questions? For now, not personal questions relating to yourself, but about the family. Yeah, Vito.
The sports book in Roseville. By rights, that should go to me now. Eugene was with me.
Oh, what'd I just say?
I know, right?
What about yourself?
What do we do about Junior?
He's in jail. That puts him out of our reach.
Unnecessarily.
He's a demented old fuck. I say we do nothing, let him rot. Sever all ties. End this embarrassment right now.
Marvin Gaye, his own nephew. The boss of this family. What happens to Junior is Tony's call.
That's right.
Bobby, all due respect, where the fuck were you that night? Why was the skipper babysitting Junior?
I had other family obligations. Ask my wife. Tony volunteered.
Are we done? I'm going back to the hospital.
It is a problem because Tony should not be doing that. If he asked you to do it, you can't just say you had family obligations because remember, it's mob first, family second.
He's got to make an issue out of everything lately.
Roseville's been Junior's territory since the Big Bang. Which means it goes to Bobby now that Junior's out of the picture.
Beto already pulls down more scratch than anybody from the unions.
Let him go to the hospital first. That fat fucking kiss ass. I'm buying Tony a nice little stereo for the room.
He don't need that. Look at this fucking mug. Who wouldn't like to take the easy way out?
Maybe the poor fuck was suffering from inoperable cancer or some shit.
Suicide runs in families. Maybe it was his mother or his old man who took the gas pipe when Eugene was a kid.
His son, the drugs, maybe.
I knew him better than anybody, but still. Maybe he was a homo. Felt there was no one he could talk to about it.
I mean, like you?
That happens too.
Good thing Tony never heard about him killing himself, at least. Got enough on his plate.
Yeah, it's been kind of weird.
Would you call it growing up soprano?
I guess. I don't know.
Come with me.
Yo, these people have no...
Tell you.
We were just talking.
Don't talk to them. Say nothing. Where are your father's CDs?
I forgot.
Oh, Jesus God. Anthony, everybody is pitching in here but you.
Thanks, Mom.
I wish you would go to class if this is all you're gonna do.
Put my father in the hospital?
Go to the deli on Broad Street. Get some bagels. All right? Get enough for everybody upstairs, an assortment. Go this way. You're gonna be fine, Tony. I know it. The doctors say you're gonna be fine, too. They are very confident.
It's like they had to cut a chunk out of him. I don't know why.
Strong. You're strong as a bull. You know that's always gotten to me. When you used to pick me up and throw me over your shoulder. Oh my God, Tony. You used to get me so hot down there. I can feel it right now just thinking about it.
Oh my God, why? Why, Carmela?
You are gonna be okay, Tony. Your friends, your kids, all love you.
That's some weird bedside talk to get a man out of coma. I guess if he ain't gonna come out for anything else, he'll come out for some sexy talk.
A long time ago, I told you that you were gonna go to hell when you died, when you had that MRI. And you threw my words back at me when we got separated, and you were right. It was a horrible thing to say. It's a sin, and I will be judged for it. You're a good father. You care about your friends.
Does he, though? I beg to differ.
Yes, it's been rough between us.
Tony does care about his friends, even though he shoots them in the face.
It's so hard against each other. I don't know why.
When it's convenient for him. But if his hands are forced, he'll definitely choose himself over his friends.
But you are not going to hell.
If pushed too far. Saw that last season.
You're coming back here. I love you.
How long have I been here?
In looking at your MRI, see these dark areas? These are parts of your brain that have been oxygen deprived.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, these are consistent with a diagnosis of Alzheimer's.
What?
Of course, you're going to want to see a neurologist when you get home, but the radiologist here has seen the studies, and he concurs.
Alzheimer's? I'm 46 years old.
I know.
Well, what the hell? This goddamn miserable trip.
The good news is the treatment picture isn't quite as bleak as it would have been a while back.
It's a death sentence. You're a smurf for 10 or 15 years, and then you die, shitting in your pajamas. I know people with Alzheimer's.
Mr. Finnerty, talk to your own docs back home.
My name's not even Finnerty. I lost my wallet in my briefcase, and I picked his up. So you guys took out his insurance card from his wallet. How's that float your boat?
Well, what is your name?
What does it matter? I'm not gonna know myself soon.
can rest here a while. You're fine other than the minor concussion. Fall like that. Could have broken your neck.
How much do you know about the Prius?
I could have been naked in here.
You need to familiarize yourself with hybrid cars, Meadow. It's important. This is the conversation of the future.
Why are you breaking my balls about hybrid cars? I don't give a shit. I've been up all night.
Oh, you're tired? Poor you. You never gave two fucks about the environment.
Is that what's crawling up your butt? That I was at the hospital last night when you told Mom you'd come? I didn't say one word to you about it, neither did anyone else. We're also glad you fucking kicked your stomach flu, okay?
I saw how you looked at my plate of food. I can't eat in my own house?
I wasn't looking at your plate. It's all in your mind.
Don't you find this completely embarrassing?
What?
This? Our family? Our father gets shot by our goober fucking uncle? What is that?
Yeah, it's embarrassing. I don't want to think about what Finn's parents are saying.
I mean, I don't really give a shit about my friends. They know what Dad does, but like, some of them remember Uncle Junior. He was always a fucking mummy. Why did Dad hang out with him?
You know, Dad, he takes those things seriously, all the Italian family stuff.
Yeah, I got the big lecture. Now look.
I know.
Look at these fucking reporters. Hey! Fuck you! So what? Now is an actual roster of who stays with Dad when I'm not on it?
Frankly, AJ, I didn't think you'd be interested.
I was sick. And I've been trying to study, which is what everybody's usually hassling me about 24/7. I guess there always has to be something, right?
Give me a sit down, okay?
AJ he's fighting so hard. He's in such denial right now. He doesn't.
Well, you cut him too much slack. You still protect him.
I know he avoids Tony because he can't face seeing him like
Yeah, that's what he. Yeah.
He frightens everybody. He should get a pass. You know, kids his age are getting blown up in Iraq.
You know something that's interesting? Janice noticed that when AJ talks about Tony's possibly not coming out of this, he can't even use the word dad. He says Anthony Soprano is not going to die.
Well, that's a fascinating psychological nugget. But it don't change the fact that if that kid don't pull his end in this, he's never gonna forgive himself, and nobody else should either.
It's just that Tony has always loomed so large for AJ.
Well, maybe it's just that AJ is a selfish boy who doesn't give a shit.
I don't think it's that. I think he just doesn't know how to face it.
But don't use mine as a guinea pig for your ideas on parenting. I never saw you take a hard line.
Well, why do you think I'm talking to you like this?
The thing is, Tony has an open incision. If you are there in the room when they change the dressing, it's very hard to take. And I don't know that AJ should see that.
How would you describe your husband's relationship with his uncle? Were they close? You know of any issue they might have been having?
I don't speak with Junior. I haven't for years. My husband knows how I feel. He never brought him up.
What was your conflict about?
It's not something I'm going to discuss with you.
Your husband ever talk about Junior Soprano's mental state?
You're flying full fare, Coach? I did hear him telling other people how Junior was getting more and more confused. Calling my husband Johnny, which was his father's name. Resisting getting a haircut, that kind of thing.
You spoke with your husband what time the night of the incident?
I don't know.
Bailing.
Meadow, could you? If you have any more questions, you're gonna have to call my lawyer.
When he was taken into custody, Junior made pointed references to the McGuire sisters, Sam Giancana.
You mean the Kennedy assassination?
Yeah.
You mean as related to this?
I had to ask.
My husband was 3 years old. could sleep right here.
I'm telling you, he just don't know how to. He doesn't know how to handle it, which is something that earlier in my life, I used to not be able to handle stuff like this. I'm still not like like super upfront about it. I'll be at the hospital, but I couldn't like be in the room. I've just learned how to.
The Shelby GT500, 450 horsepower. Oh baby, and this guy on campus has one. And the Mustang's not as expensive as the M3 I used to talk about getting all the time. Hey, Dad. I'm gonna get Uncle Junior for this. Don't worry. I watched since I was little how nice you were to him. And he doesn't just get to do this to you.
You can't retaliate though. It wasn't on purpose.
You're my dad. And I'm gonna put a bullet in his fucking mummy head. I promise.
Oh, this is not
I
good.
can't believe we're not gonna like do stuff together again. Cause we will. I'm positive.
Seems like Tony's gonna be a vegetable when he wakes up.
Hey.
Hey.
How's he doing? Hi, Dad.
The doctor knows. The Chinese guy. He's calling the other guy to get permission to change the medications.
I'll stay if you want to pee or anything.
Hi. How's he doing?
They didn't come back with the fever medicine yet.
I'm so proud of you, AJ. You can't imagine how much this means to your father.
Who knows what it means? He just lies there.
Well, it means a lot to me then. How about that? Thank you for doing it. You've helped your family tremendously.
I flunked out of school. I ended up with a 1.4 for the quarter, and the freshman dean said there was no point in coming back.
With your father in a coma.
No, I didn't tell Dad. Be positive, everybody said.
My God.
I tried really hard in philosophy, but that professor...
With your father in a coma. Go have breakfast.
I love her eyes, man. There's something about her eyes that just like, jeez, captivating. Episode 2. So what I want to know is, how is he going to, if he does come out of this coma, what is he going to be like? You know, still got a lot more episodes to go for this final season. So Tony's in a coma from this gunshot wound. I don't understand. The thing about it is this: his dementia. I mean, Junior's situation, it's been well documented that he has this issue. So I don't understand, you know, because of their mob relations. That's the reason why they're investigating it, to make sure that, you know, he didn't try to kill Tony on purpose, which is, you know, the assumption there is a little absurd, to be honest, because, you know, why shot a man and then hide in a closet? You're grown. Why would you do that? You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're not like out of your mind, why would you do something like that as an adult? An adult would get away from that site as quick as possible. An adult would never hide in a closet after they just shot someone, if they're doing it on purpose. You know, at the very least, you would, shot him. He had time to call 911. Junior was still in the house. He was still in the house. Of course, they can't ask Tony what happened. They can't ask him what happened. But the investigation is kind of like, I would be asking myself, but I know they have to do their job. So it is what it is. They have to do their job. I can't hate them for that. But this episode is really intriguing. What Tony is going through in this dream state, this coma state that he's in, the situation, and finding out that he has Alzheimer's is like a direct relation to Junior shooting him and stuff like that. So they're doing an incredible job with the whole dream sequence and stuff like that. If you want to call it a dream sequence, it's more of like it's an induced coma. So this whole thing of playing music and talking to a person in the coma, I don't know if I believe that too much, but if it works, it works. If it's something that they say would work, or situation, just like how I don't believe in the whole baby thing, playing certain type of music or saying certain things to babies while they're still in the womb, like it influences them when they come out. Like, I don't know about all that, but it's I don't know the science behind it, and I don't know if it's ever been like scientifically proven that these things actually work, but that's what they always tell you to do when somebody is in a coma. I don't know if it's just a movie thing or TV show thing. I don't know if it actually happens in real life. I've never had anybody in my family or anybody that I've close to being in a coma, so I don't know if this is actually something that actually does. So for you guys, because I know that a lot of people, they know this information and all that other stuff, educate me a little bit in the comment section. Let me know if you've had that experience or if this actually works. I know that a lot of people don't wake up out of comas. I think the percentage is really low of people who have woken up out of a coma. So that is another thing as well. So to see the thing about AJ doesn't know how to handle the situation, and as I said, that's how I'm a little bit when it comes on to that stuff. I don't know what to do, so I will do stupid things to deflect. I will joke around. I don't handle grief very well. You know what I'm saying? And some people, because I'm like that, people would say, oh, you're morbid and stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? What's with this kind of behavior? When everybody's sad, you're not really that sad. And it's not that I'm not sad. It's just that that's my way of dealing with it, because not everybody handles grief the same way. Not everybody cries. Not everybody, can handle those emotions the same way. And then another thing as well, when you're around people that are grieving, whether they be family members or whatever, you don't want to be all sad and stuff too, and everybody is sad. You want somebody that's kind of cheery. I'm that person. I'm usually very cheery around those times. Yes, everybody is sad. It's a somber moment. Everybody's sad. The house is quiet. Nobody really talking, having conversation. And I'm always the guy that's coming around that's having conversations, hug my loved ones that is grieving and stuff like that. But I never really say like sorry for your loss and stuff like that. I've never been the one to really say stuff like that, because I don't feel like it helps. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it helps. But sometimes if it's somebody that I can comfort in person, like say they're far away or something, I will say that, because I was like, sorry for your loss. They're like, thank you. I never understood, I don't know. It's just weird to me. I know it helps for some people, but I guess it just doesn't compute in my brain how it helps. I guess maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know. It's just that I don't handle grief like everybody else, and I feel like a lot of times in those moments, now I've come to understand, who I truly am when it comes on to that stuff. But when I was younger, between having to go up and look at a dead person in a coffin or casket, whatever, you know what I'm saying, that stuff influences you over time at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? I think the first time I saw a dead body inside of a casket was when I was I don't remember what age I was. I think I was about 6 years old. Like, my mom literally, I don't know, forced me to do it, say, oh, you have to see this. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember that, you know, everybody got in line to go, you know, walk past the casket, whatever, show your respects or whatever. And my mom had me there with her. I remember it very vividly. I just don't remember what age I was at the time, but I know I was really young. I know it was in between the first 6 years of my life, when that person passed. And it was just a, you know, at the time, I think it was the pastor of our church, her husband died. So it was the first dead body I ever saw. And I remember couldn't sleep in that night. I remember very vividly couldn't sleep in that night. Had to sleep with my mom because that image of that dead person in the casket just on my brain, sitting on my brain the entire time. So over the years of going to funerals and all this other stuff, I've just kind of learned how to deal with grief in my own way. You know, it stopped bothering me. I could sleep like a baby after funerals because I've just like disassociate, I guess, with it in a way. You know what I'm saying? And there have been, you know, I've lost very close people to me over the years, you know, and you know, I've cried the tears as well. You know what I mean? I've cried the tears. I can't remember the last time, like, since I was an adult, crying over somebody that died, whether they're close or not. I've just handled grief in a different way. And I said, I've been called out for it. Family members have called me out for it, you know, but it is what it's just like. People have come up to me and asked me straight up, like, why aren't you crying? That person was like your cousin, or, you know, and I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I've, you know, and I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But this was a really good episode, seeing how AJ tries to deal with the grief, and then he finally went there to talk to his dad. So that was pretty cool. Carmela, it's always going to be bad news. I'm really surprised of how Janice is handling this. Really surprised by that. Maybe it's because she's become a mom and stuff like this. She's not as annoying as she was before. So as I said from season 5, that she's really grown on me as a character, and she's not annoying anymore. So that was kind of surprising to me to see her act like that towards Tony, you know, because, you know, and the thing about it is this, too, it always brings back the callback of the saying that, you know, no matter what you go through with your siblings, your brothers, your sisters, no matter if you fight, whatever, it doesn't change the fact that you love each other. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't change that fact. So you're gonna miss them if they're gone. You're gonna miss them if they die. You're going to miss them, because you love them no matter what. And if you're in a relationship where love exists and you don't fight and have arguments and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, you're not really in a relationship. I don't know what that is, but in my opinion, I'm not talking about physical fighting. I'm talking about having arguments, disagreements, and stuff like that. I don't know if that relationship is gonna end up going anywhere, because sooner or later things are gonna pop off, and then it's gonna be too late to handle certain things. So they really concentrated on Tony having his dream and being in the hospital. Of course, the captains and whatever, they're trying to make sure that the family is okay. You know, he's the boss, whatever. You know, you got Vito. I don't even know what to think of Vito right now. Of course, you have Paulie. Everybody's trying to get into the boss's good graces, because, you know, it can result in a lot of clout for them if he does get out of this coma. So jockeying for spots, it is what it is. I understand their perspective on it. Is it right? Absolutely not that they're doing that. You know, it's just one of those things. So we'll see what happens near future. We're also bringing in also the FBI looking into terrorism and stuff like that, so they're not really pressuring the family anymore like that. But I'm still keeping an eye on them, because they could switch up in a second. But in any case, guys, that is all I have to say about episode 2. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, man, make sure you like the video, make sure you comment. And I'll catch you guys for the next one, man. Peace.